Summary of Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erickson. Ever rolled your eyes at someone and thought to yourself, what an idiot? Well, you are certainly not alone. When someone cannot understand you or behave in totally unexpected ways, you may assume there is something wrong with them. The truth is, they may simply be different from you. In Surrounded by Idiots, Thomas Erickson explains how to recognize and communicate with 4 key behavioral profiles. In the Surrounded by Idiots summary, you will uncover the key traits, differences, strengths, and weaknesses of the 4 types of behaviors and how to effectively interact with each type. What is Surrounded by Idiots about? Why are some people so quiet while others talk non-stop? Why are some people always late while others are punctual? Why do you relate naturally to some people but find others irritating? Our behavioral differences come from a mix of internal factors, example, personality, character, temperament, and external factors, example, environment and situational factors. Our core values and attitudes affect how we behave and who we aspire to become. Our values define what we think is right or wrong. Example, it's wrong to lie or hard work is good. Our attitude are the opinions that we develop from our life experiences. Example, salespeople can't be trusted. We also moderate our behaviors based on what we think is appropriate for a given situation. In any communication, what matters isn't what you say, but what the recipients hear and interrupt based on their perception, biases, and frames of references. To interact more effectively, you need to understand your own tendencies, others' needs and preferences, and how others may perceive your actions so you can tailor your approach accordingly. 4 behavior types, 4 colors, DISA, DISC. This book describes 4 behavior types, dominance, inducement, submission, and analytic, DISA, which explain the key difference in human behavior and communication. Each behavior type is associated with a color, red, yellow, green, and blue. These behavior types have existed for millennia. That is, people have been behaving like this for a very long time. For example, you may have heard of the 4 humor by Hippocrates or the DISC profile. Thomas Erickson brings these ideas to life by organizing the 4 behavior types around 4 colors. Erickson's 4 colors are derived from the DISA model. Red for dominance, yellow for inspiration, green for stability, and blue for analytic. This is also similar to DISC, except C is replaced by A for analytic. Thomas Erickson's 4 colors are meant to help us understand why people behave the way they do, not to narrowly compartmentalize people. Here are the 4 behavior types at a glance. Every color has its desirable and not so desirable traits. Equality can be a strength in some situations and a liability in others. Different situations also call for different behaviors. So, treat the behavior patterns as tools that you can use. It's impossible to account for all human differences and there will always be exceptions. Moreover, we are capable of adapting our behaviors instead of rigidly sticking to one set of behaviors. The only 5% of people have one dominant color. The majority have more than one dominant color. 80% have 2 dominant colors and 50% have 3 dominant colors. No one seems to have all 4 dominant colors. Red is equal to dominance. Reds are driven, ambitious, decisive, and dynamic, which makes them natural leaders. They bring energy and momentum to a team, project, are extremely competitive, work hard, and constantly challenge themselves. Reds are task oriented and are always on the go. They are straightforward in the communication and won't hesitate to state their views. However, Reds can appear aggressive, impatient, or domineering. They are so focused on getting things done that they may bulldoze over others or leave others behind. They may also interrupt others, assert their views, or seem controlling. Yellow is equal to inducement. Yellows are positive, creative, and sociable. They are social butterflies, outgoing, popular, and have a huge social network. Yellows are always full of vitality, fun, and laughter, infecting others with their positive energy. They are also optimistic, resourceful, and inspiring. Of the 4 colors, yellows are the most animated, expressive, and talkative. However, yellows can also come across as impulsive, attention seeking, and overly verbose. They are bad listeners and tend to dominate a conversation, offering spew ideas or opinions without prior thought or knowledge. They are so fun loving that they may resist rules, miss deadlines, appointments, and get carried away by excessive optimism. Green is equal to stability. Greens are calm, stable, and loyal. They prefer a calm, predictable environment, which they can move at a leisurely pace. They are patient, reliable, great team players, but shy away from the spotlight. They would avoid conflict wherever possible to maintain harmony and stability. On the flip side, greens may be perceived as stubborn, indifferent, or even dishonest. They don't change their mind or take action until something feels truly right for them. The bigger the challenge of the problem, the more they hold back. So, they can seem slow or resistant to change. To avoid conflict, greens may sit on the fence or speak in vague terms. Even if they disagree with something, they will unlikely to speak up, preferring to voice their displeasure privately behind your back. Blue is equal to analytical. Blues are detail-oriented, analytical, and perfectionist who seek to have the right answers for everything. They categorize, label, and documenting everything and do things in a systematic way. You will find them using complex spreadsheets and decision-making tools to evaluate a problem from all angles. They will check everything multiple times and insist on contingency plans before taking action. They don't speak unnecessarily, preferring to quietly observe and analyze everything around them. However, blues may also be perceived as distant, pessimistic, and fastidious. It can be slow and tedious to work with them. They can also appear cold and critical, always asking for evidence and pointing out risks and problems. Putting it together, you can see there is no perfect behavior type. Each color has its strengths and weaknesses. Inequality can backfire if it's applied in the wrong situation or if taken to an extreme. Moreover, most people have more than one dominant color and may exhibit different traits under different circumstances.